If you're looking to incorporate a lot more meatless dishes in your daily rotation, look no further. I've got the perfect Italstew. Make sure you tap on that bell to subscribe and stick around for more delicious recipes. So I made this Italstew last week, paired it with some white rice and some green plantain and avocado, but let's dig in. I've got a pot of red kidney beans, 5 garlic cloves. This was 1.5 cups of red kidney beans along with 14 cups of water, and we let that boil for an hour and 15 minutes. These were my fresh ingredients. We've got spinach, parsley, carrots, green pepper, chayote, scallion and thyme, red onion, garlic cloves, red pepper, scotch bonnet, and the kabocha squash. The first thing we want to do is mince our garlic, chop it up real fine. We're warming up these ingredients, remember? This is our kabocha squash. You want to make sure you take the seeds out so it looks like this, and then you're going to dice it up. Next, make sure you have your green seasoning. I'm going to drop the link to this recipe in the description box. I diced up 3 red potatoes there, and this is what you should do while your kidney beans are boiling, just to save on prep time. I always like to put my scallion and thyme in some kitchen twine, and that just helps it stay together so it's not scattered about in the pot. I also did the same thing to the parsley, keeps it nice and together. We got a handful of fresh spinach just as a little topping. So let's check on our kidney beans. We don't want to overcook it because what will end up happening is all the beans will split up and it just won't look very nice. So I cooked this for an hour and 15 minutes. It's half cooked, and now we're going to strain the water. We're going to separate it, but make sure you don't toss it away because we're going to use that water that we boiled the peas in. Grab your pot and put the oil in, saute some green seasoning. Make sure you saute this for a good minute because what we want to do is warm up those herbs and spices. Add your onion, your garlic, your red pepper, and green pepper. Saute that for another 1 to 2 minutes. And don't worry, all of the ingredients will be in the description box so you can cook along with me. The next thing you're going to do is add your diced squash. Put all of the kabocha squash in there, and you can use any type of squash you want to. You don't have to use the kabocha. Next, you're going to add in all of the rest of the ingredients that you chopped up, like your chocho, your carrots, your potatoes, all that good stuff. And what I'm doing is just making sure that all of the vegetables are coated in the red onions and garlic and all the seasoning that we had inside of the pot. This way, your vegetables have a nice flavor to it, and it's not just the broth that has all the flavor. You really want to do this for about 1 to 2 minutes. Next, you're going to take 2 cups of the peas water, and then you're going to grab your packet of pumpkin soup and make sure you get yourself a strainer because there's noodles in there, and you don't want the noodles in the dish. You only want the powder that has the soup mix or that flavor that we're looking for. So gently sift it. Make sure that none of the noodles drop into it because you don't want noodles into this dish. Next, you add 5 cups of water. You're going to stir this around, give it a really good stir because you want all those ingredients to get together and have a good time. There's your 1/4 of coconut milk. Make sure you're using unsweetened coconut milk. You don't want to get this far and realize you put the wrong coconut milk. Now it's time to add your kidney beans, your scallion and thyme, your parsley, scotch bonnet, and now we're going to season the broth with some onion powder, garlic powder, and all-purpose seasoning. And you're only gonna put like maybe a teaspoon of each. Now we're gonna cover and let that simmer for about an hour until it simmers and gets nice and thick. So here we have it. Look how thick it is. It looks nice and beautiful. It's rich, it's colorful, it smells amazing. Here is what it looks like once it all comes together. And if you let this cook for a very long time, what will happen is it'll get really thick. If you find that it's too thick for you, you can always add a little bit of water. I chose to top it off with the spinach at the ending. And this is our finished result. As you can see, you can control the thickness. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and stick around for some more delicious recipes. This also freezes very well, so you don't have to eat it all at once. You can put the rest in the freezer. I had it with some rice, but you can obviously eat it by itself. It's just that good. Thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe.